Oh shit, new
Today
content?
we're going to show you an exclusive reveal of Path of Exile, Keepers of the Flame, which is coming out 1 week from now on October the 31st. Twitch drops are enabled on today's livestream, so you'll be able to claim your Hive-born crawler pet by following the instructions below. Without further ado, let's roll the trailer for Path of Exile, Keepers of the Flame.
Hey guys, good evening. Jugg here. It is what it is. New league. Forbidden keepers of something of the flame, I don't know what. And we have to decide what we're gonna play again. So last time I played the game was back in the Phrecia League. These are footage from Phrecia League and Settlers that you're gonna see after. And I'm gonna recommend you in this video 3 builds showcasing what you could do and what you should play if you're gonna start as a first playthrough in Heroic SSF League. First, we have the Slammer. I would recommend you to play Juggernaut Slammer because Juggernaut Slammer is tankier and as a first playthrough is a better choice in terms of defenses. Does that mean that you can't play as Slayer or Berserker? Of course you can. The only difference is that if you're a new player, you haven't played Heroic, it's the most defensive Tether style option to choose without the need to invest so much in defenses. Juggernaut is the Chad in terms of defenses, it doesn't have much damage, but it has a reduced damage taken due to the endurance charges that you have, and you can improve their mitigation with additional reduced elemental and physical damage taken. I managed to do all the content in the game. By all the content I mean the 4 Voidstones and 1 tier 17 with a 5 link. Not much investment in the game as this character, and I'd recommend you to play this as a first starter in order to amass some currency, do some labs, play the game as you want, and then when you have enough currency you can try out do other things. Now, there are 2 guides right now at the moment that are available in order to check this build. One is for Slayer, the other is for Zerker. They are made from the best, some of the best speedrunners of Path of Exile 1 in Heroic SSF. First one is I'm Exile, and the second is Phase Plays. We'll check I'm Exile first since I said it. So, I'm Exile has like also a complete guide about the Slam Berserker, and also he has a 5 hours run in order to get the first 2 Voidstones. You can check him in order to see how he plays. If you are new in the game, most of the stuff that you see this guy does will seem out of the world for you. But still, even if you get 5 hours to Act 10, I'm telling you, it's already an achievement, so don't worry too much. The guy is a pro in what he does. He's one of the best players there is at the moment, so don't try to compare yourself too much with it, and don't feel too bad if you can do some stuff that he does. Still, he mentioned some stuff that is important if you're gonna go as Berserker. Okay, His Plays is the other guy that I mentioned that he made a guide about using Slayer as a first choice that scales more on bleed and with the slams. He uses several skills. He uses Thunder, he mentioned his Earthquake, Ground Slam of Earthshaking. You can take him as well. Now in terms of Juggernaut, I don't have a guide to provide you, but I just have a PoE that I played during the Legacy of Phrecia, and then I changed my character to... My character was graded in Settlers, Heroic SSF, and I got 97 with this. I killed again the bosses because I wanted to see the difference in terms of ascendancies. I'll post the PoB if someone wants to check it out. I think though the first 2 builds, the first 2 complete guides that I mentioned from YouTube are the best you can check out. The players are 100 times better than me. Still, if someone that is a new player needs some info, I posted some notes in order what to take as skills of sentences if you don't know what to pick up and stuff like that. You can check out if you want, and then we conclude with this, the first build, let's say, that is worth to take as Heroic. Because in this league, the character, if you die on Heroic, the character gets migrated on the parent league. So that means you don't go to Standard, okay? You go to the league, but in the software edition. So, again, I would recommend you to play Heroic SSF. If you die, you go to SSF, and then you can engage with the league mechanics in an environment that trade is not available. Now, the second choice that I would like to recommend you is
You're a wizard.
once. If you have noticed if you have watched a lot of content creators, and if you have watched the updates and the video, the Keepers of the Flame content that are released, they are a lot invested into wands. I think the league is all about wands. Everyone will play wand, and if you're gonna play on Trade League, playing with wands on Trade League is gonna be hard, because I think I already know 3 out of 3 already big time streamers that affect a lot of player base with their decisions in their builds will play wands already. So the prices will gonna be a bit crazy. So if you wanna play wand, play it with your. It's up to you. Decide. Play to your discretion. We have to, because the game itself tells you to play wand. I mean, even they released a small video. I think it was like 16 hours ago. The somatic cell, considering a new gem. And the gem itself is also about projectiles.
Sufficient damage from your hits, it will detonate, dealing damage in an area and sending more projectiles flying out, which can themselves apply somatic shell.
So the game itself, okay, Jonathan is playing a build that it's already kinetic blast, and he's talking about a skill that when it gets applied and targets on one mob, it can fly farther on another mob and then apply the same buff, the same armor again. That's already a buff that moves projectiles around. So as you can see, this league is all about projectiles from attacks, let's say, since they add already 3 new ones. So play ones at your discretion. And the third, I think it's a standard I would like to recommend. It's viable also in a hardcore. It's Exsanguinate Miner with RIP. Again, if you want to find something, an idea from a random YouTuber, okay, from a person on YouTube, you find an idea, and you want to see if it's enabled in an environment that it's more demanding than trade, that means heroic, or even if you don't want to engage in trade, that means heroic HcSSF. I think it would be nice to check on Poeninja on the previous leagues if a similar build has managed to go well in the ladder. Okay, because there are people out there posting some baits. So, and if you're a new guy, maybe, or if you haven't played many different builds, you wouldn't realize if that's a bait build or something that's relevant. So my recommendation, if you example, you want to go into an SF environment, if you want to see that this guy is talking about Exsanguinate, is it relevant? We can go here. You can just type what you want. Exsanguinate. You can see several guys as Trickster managed to go farther in the game. Now, Trickster is already nerfed. The action speed is nerfed. The leech, the attack speed and cast speed while leeching is also nerfed. I think also is a viable choice to take it. That's why I recommend you to see the guy that can talk about this better than me. I think it's Dumbo. Yeah, Fearless Dumbo. He has a complete guide. I'm gonna post it in the description as well. Check him out. I think he will go again Trickster, if I'm not mistaken. Elementalist. There are gonna be a lot of Elementalist as well on the league, because Rutsu and Jangro are doing what they know best, baiting people into fucking up market league prices. Still, it's acceptable. So yeah, again, if you see, for example, a build that's about Elementalist with golems and stuff, you can go there. You see what they will play. For example, this is already saved as Exsanguinate. You get the drill. Check a YouTube video. Check Poeninja to be sure. Have in mind the nerfs that I've already applied in not too many skills. So yeah, play whatever you want. Once again, don't engage in trade. Not a fan. Lots of baits and traps. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one when I finish editing this one. And I'll be playing Saturday. I can't play Friday since I'm working. Saturday I also work. So I'll be playing Saturday night. Hopefully I'm gonna finish the campaign by Saturday night and then go into maps with my Jugger. And yeah, by Sunday I think I'll be on red maps farming my Voidstones. And then if I'm liking some uniques that I want to get, and also I'll be running heists for some replicas, if I get some blueprints, then we're gonna make a change in our decision. We're gonna make another character, or we're gonna roll the one we have already as Slammer, from Slammer to something else. Maybe Iron Will with projectiles, I don't know yet. So the general idea is this. There are many cool builds. Last thing, I wouldn't recommend you to play as Assassin right now, in terms of baiting with poison and criticals and all the changes they made on Ascendancy. I think it would be better just to wait. If you're inclined and try to play Assassin, of course you can do it. No one can tell you otherwise. In my opinion, though, don't try to invest so much in that experiment unless you have a big bulk of currency sitting aside and you want to try out. Okay. Otherwise, I think a Pathfinder, as it stands, is a better choice. Is a safest choice, not better. Is a safest choice because we already have data from previous leaks. We know it can do well for poison with MAMBA. There are several content creators that have talked about this and made several builds. So I think the safest option right now is Pathfinder. If you get your gear and your currency like in 3-4 days of the start of the league, I think maybe then you can try and play Assassin. Okay, that's all there is to it. I'll post everything about the description, the links, and the other content creators that I feel you should check out for these 3 builds. Yeah, that's it. Take care. Bye.